What's up, everybody? I just kind of wanted to talk about this freaking battle royale that's going down, but really a battle royale in the streaming world. It's like an IRL battle royale. Like, which streaming platform is going to be the last one standing? Because Twitch was head over heels the dominant one, but it seems like no one could take it out, so it must take itself out, like some self-fulfilling prophecy. I just don't understand. But my buddy Vit and I, if you guys don't know, I play a lot of games online with my buddy Vit. You guys go check him out. He's kick.com/Vitric. Go show him some love, drop him a sub, give him a follow, let him know that his beard is really nice. Like maybe one of the nicest beards in America. But to back to the point, we were kind of discussing, Kick v Twitch v YouTube, and I just kind of wanted to share it with you guys and get your feedback from what you guys stand on it. What's crazy to you?
Just like the whole it just goes back to the whole like kick thing, I guess, like kick Twitch thing. It's just like trying to think of how to word this. Like when we first started, everyone's like, well, I'm not gonna go over there because they don't have any rules, or they don't have any this, or they don't have any that. And I'm gonna stay on Twitch so I can grow my community or whatever. And it's like you still have your or our discoverability or whatever they want to call it. And I'm like, you were literally like there's no like what like there's no benefit really. Like I don't get it. I'm just confused.
At this point, I don't see why
Chick-fil-A.
anybody would stay on Twitch. The Twitch has showed their hand. They really don't care for the community. They don't care for the creators. And to me, it's crazy that they still go on a 50-50 split. If you're going to go on a 50-50 split, that means that they are compared to the competition, which YouTube is like a 70-30, and then obviously Kick is 95-5. If Twitch is going to be doing 50-50, that means that they have to feel like they're doing half the workload, meaning they're helping you like with promotions or clipping or something along the lines that the other platforms aren't helping you with. And Kick is virtually set up to be just like Twitch, and their commissions are 95-5, right? So where is in Twitch's model where they can justify that commission rate of 50-50? Because that means that they would have to be doing half the work for the revenue that's coming in theory, right?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Like, how is that still? The multi-streaming is crazy. I don't understand that. I don't understand the commission split, and the rules are just very weird.
I just don't know whoever sat in a board meeting and was like, "Yeah, this is a good idea. This is gonna make like." Do they think they're just gonna throw something out? Honestly, it feels like they what they decided to do is they decided to throw something out, like make these changes, and like we're just gonna throw it out on like one of our little like policy updates. If like no one reads these anyway, that's what it feels like. They thought like no one was gonna read it, and then it was just gonna slide by until like an issue happened, and then the people would be like, "What the fuck."
Yeah.
But what happened is everybody read it and everybody's like, "What the fuck?" I mean, it's just weird. People see me getting more viewers than them after they've been streaming for years on Kick and followed. Yeah, and like it just there's no I don't get like what. Sometimes I just really don't understand what can go through fucking people's minds as like a just a general sense.
Yeah, on how people can be so polarizing, like how you could feel like something is so common sense that it's like everyone has to feel this way or know about this or X, Y, and Z or whatever. And then you meet somebody who's like on the polar opposite, where it almost sparks like emotion on their end, where they're visceral that you would even bring it up, and you're like, whoa, how the how it can be so
Oh, we
different?
read it. It's just there's just things that I'm just like, what, like, and then of course, then you have the people that like when everyone started switching to Kick, it was this, that, and the other, and Kick is gross, and this, that, and blah 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 blah, and you're never gonna make it over there if you didn't make it on Twitch, and whatever.
Yeah.
And it's funny when you start seeing people be like, "Oh, I'm gonna start streaming on Kick. I'm gonna start streaming on Rumble. I'm gonna start streaming on YouTube." It's like, oh, but what about the discoverability? What about the
What about all the issues that you had an issue with earlier that were so damning that you felt
yeah,
so strongly about?
yeah, like you were so pissed that they are run by a gambling company because you hate gambling, and well, when you realize that you're putting 10 times the amount of effort in to make the same that you could be doing less effort,
Yeah,
if that's the case, I mean,
even with that gambling thing, because that's a whole thing to unwind there, because they're still gambling on Twitch on stake. So there's people on Twitch on like stakes thing gambling. So that's kind of like a fist in the mouth right there.
but it's not backed by gambling. That's where they're like,
Okay,
that's what they have a problem with.
sure, sure.
They think it's not sustainable, even though gambling is
Oh, I thought it was gonna go ethics. What casino has ever gone out of business?
exactly.
What the fuck?
No
I
one
thought
wants
I
to
was
go to
gonna
a
go like
prison
an
school in the
ethics
middle
or
of
a
nowhere.
moral route, like gambling's bad. I'm
Well,
like,
that too.
okay.
I mean, if I mean,
Well,
there's definitely
drinking
people
and
that have like
masturbation is bad, but
there's definitely people that have like
well,
things against gambling because like a family member had like a gambling issue and ruined their family. You know, there's
yeah,
definitely stuff like that, which I get. Like,
I
don't get me wrong,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, but you can't you just because something bad happened in your life or somebody that you know doesn't mean you have to make rules that set it for other people. Like you, at the end of the day, they're grown adults, right?
no,
So you no grown adult should be able to tell another grown adult what to do, so long that it's not like obviously something crazy, running over people, shooting people, the weird extremes. But drinking, gambling, doing what you want with your body and your money, that's kind of, I don't know. To me, that's up to the person. That's just.
there's so much like so much to, like I just don't.
When is Twitch?
Oh,
So Kick hasn't even been around for a year, right? When has Twitch ever in the existence gone on where it's like a big streamer as well as the CEO, the president, because Eddie was on Drake's stream as well, where they're going out and giving tons of money back to small, medium, and higher level creators?
not even that.
Has
Not
Twitch
even
ever
that.
done that?
Think about this too. How many different little updates or changes or whatever have been happening on Twitch since the inception of Kick and people coming to Kick or Rumble?
Do you feel like it's been more like there's been an uptick?
I feel like I've seen a lot more like things posted that Twitch is changing this policy or this policy or this policy, and I don't. It's almost like they're trying to do it in response to certain things that happen, but I don't know. It's like
I mean, they probably feel like they kind of have to. YouTube and Kick are definitely gaining a lot of people. Actually, if anything, the thing that I kind of wanted to talk about, one of them was Kick's, or not Kick's, Twitch. I can't even talk English, Elliot. YouTube. YouTube lowered its requirements to join their partnership program. It used to be you needed 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 public hours watched, and 10 million valid public shorts views. And now it's been dropped down to 500 subscribers, 3 public uploads in the last 90 days, and 3,000 watched hours or 3 million short views in 90 days. I actually, with this new requirement, I'm like 3 subs away and I can technically be partnered on YouTube, which is crazy. Which this is like the exact opposite, which Twitch did. Twitch made it harder and more difficult for people to monetize on their platform, and it seems like YouTube is doing the opposite, where it's making it easier for people to get monetization on their platform.
they're smart. They're trying to get people come.
The first comment's great, so they can demonetize more people faster. Makes sense.
I mean, what now? Like, if you're streaming on Twitch, like as a partner, what benefits do you have? It used to be 70-30, but what is it now?
50-50.
Exactly. So what's the point?
That's what I'm saying. And you can't stream elsewhere. So the multi-streaming or the whatever the Twitch did to kind of make it where you can only go on Twitch and through third-party sponsors or whatnot. Twitch has an in-house sponsor thing where this is where I think is if you're a partner Twitch streamer, they want you to go through their advertising vendor list so that you have to use one of the advertisers that they have so that they get a pay cut when you use that sponsor because you found it through Twitch.
Yeah.
It feels like Twitch is just trying to be this one encompassing in-house thing, and it's I don't think that's the smart move.
No, it's not. I mean, I think that's a what you consider like the ultimate, not the ultimate, but the start of the downfall of Twitch because the YouTube brand and like what they bring is head and shoulders above Twitch or Justin TV, like just a stupid amount above.
What do you mean by that? 'Cause I feel like the on a live streaming aspect, I kind of prefer Twitch over YouTube's live streaming. But as a platform as a whole, I prefer YouTube over Twitch.
Because just the name, like YouTube as a like you could go to anybody right now in the world and say you're on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
and they'd know exactly what it is.
You don't
And
think the same is true?
You could probably go to a lot of people and say what Twitch is, and they kind of have an idea of what it is. If they're in and around gaming, they probably know what Twitch is. But people's grandparents know what YouTube is.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. YouTube
You know what I
is,
mean?
yeah.
Like the YouTube brand is so massive that honestly, like I think honestly, if they put actual time into
What's up,
like
Nova? We're just
kinda
chit
making
chatting
a
about
section
YouTube,
on
Kick.
YouTube, like that's
What my
similar
title's
to
about.
look of like a Twitch or a Kick with like that kind of platform, they could crush it.
Yeah, and YouTube has been. It feels like YouTube stalled out when they signed Valkyrie, Courage, Tim. They signed a lot of big streamers at one point. And they were like, we're gonna be making more ground and be pushing for these updates to make it more streaming friendly. And just
Yeah.
as YouTube as a whole as a platform, I feel like they would have to almost make like a how they have YouTube live or TV. They would almost need to make like a YouTube live where it almost brings you to like a whole separate kind of page on
Exactly.
YouTube because I'm a YouTube kid. I knew
Like Facebook.
YouTube
It's so
way.
hard to look for.
Yes,
Like it's
100%.
almost like your YouTube live channel should be like a dropout of your YouTube channel itself.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you should be able to, because like right now it's like Facebook. Like when you go to like find a channel, like stop,
They had that.
stop.
It was called YouTube Gaming. So
Oh,
what
I'll be right
happened to
back.
YouTube Gaming? What happened to YouTube Gaming then? Over, did they shut that down? Was it not popular enough? Because that's what it feels like to me right now. What Twitch needs to do, or honestly, I want to give this info to Kick. If Kick really wants to put the hammer and the nail to Twitch, what Kick needs to do is at the very top of Kick's platform, instead of having like the like recommended like these big streamers where it's one, two, or three, they need to have basically a reels, a shorts, a stories, kind of like on other platforms, to where all the people that you follow, all the most recent clips that either the community makes, that they themselves make, and they clip post after stream, needs to be viewed on the front page of Kick. That way, as soon as I go on kick.com and Vitric, if Logie, whoever uploads something, their little circle, their little story, their little clip could be right there, and clips that get hot, that get viral, can kind of be pushed up to the top, and that could be a whole discoverability from clipping features within Kick. If Twitch was smart, they would do the same thing, and I honestly think I'm curious. I'm going on a full redo of how I want to do everything, because I wanted to start the first hour to 2 hours of these streams kind of just talking about the things that I'm interested in, all the gaming leaks, news, rumors, updates, and all that fun jazz, and then go into the gaming. That way I can go back, get YouTube content, take that YouTube content, turn it into clip content, and then push it forward. Because I think that's the best way to kind of grow, is that spending 12 hours a day streaming is fun, but there's no time for you to edit, to grow, to try to distribute, and Also, Noah THT, I appreciate the follow. Well, welcome back. Do you think Twitch is gonna be able to survive the streaming platform? Do you think Kick is gonna come out on top? Because I'm just seeing a lot of advertisements for Kick, and everyone's showing a lot of love towards it, and I mean, justifiably so. So far, just W's all the way around. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.